Hey everyone, my name is Joe and welcome back to another theory video. You guys freaking loved the one I posted yesterday. You guys went nuts. Over 2,000 comments in less than 24 hours and almost all of them were like, do more. I love this. This is creepy. Don't do this again. And so I'm like, all right, I gotta do this again because there is so many things to talk about in this, and that's actually what's awesome is because I don't know of all of them, and you guys left a lot of comments of saying ones that I might not know, and so now I have a ton of videos to make on these topics. So as long as you guys keep liking them, be sure to subscribe and like if you like all these conspiracy theories, and let's go ahead and hop into today's one. So I wouldn't really necessarily classify today's as a conspiracy theory because this 100% did happen, because this happened rather recently and there's actual records of all of this happening. Okay, so this isn't a theory, this actually did happen and it's really creepy. So you guys really loved the last hacker story. So this is the other really big hack on Roblox. This happened on April 1st, 2012, which is literally April Fools. And so this all started because one player was arguing with a moderator on the forums, and I believe he just got mad and decided to start hacking the website. The guy who quote unquote got really upset at this moderator goes by the name of Draco Swordmaster. And so actually this moderator banned him off the forums after this argument because he threatened a lot of things and it was against the rules, so he banned this account. But then he came back with two other accounts and he was pretending to be two different people. And so with these two accounts, this is where he really started the hacking. Okay, he actually caused some of the most damage to Roblox. Okay, not because he attacked games. Okay, that's what makes him very different than one times, because he didn't attack games, he attacked the Roblox economy and the Roblox website. Okay, this is another really big hack. So after he got really aggravated, he hacked the forum moderator first. Okay, by the name of Minish, I believe it was the guy who he hacked. And so this opened him up to quite a bit of stuff. He could control a lot of things on the forums, but he really didn't stop here. Okay, because even though you get access to the forums, it's not quote unquote directly affiliated with the website, if that makes sense. It's almost hosted on a kind of a different, not like a different website. I don't really know how to phrase this. It's hosted off of a different server. So if you got control of the forums, it's not necessarily getting control of Roblox, okay? But this did open the gate for him, because what he did do is he ended up getting control of a Roblox admin account, okay? He didn't actually hack passwords. I believe he just persuaded his way into getting these accounts. And since he could impersonate one of the forum moderators, one of the admins must have thought, okay, this is no big deal. This is just one of my forum moderators. There's no big deal. And this is where the really big damage happened, and this is where some of the really scary stuff happened too. With this admin account, he obviously could do so much to the games. He could destroy any of the games, because in admin control, you'd be able to delete anything, because if in your eyes you saw that it was offensive, you could just delete it. I believe that's why they have those commands. So if just today he was like, you know, I don't think assassin is very appropriate, he could delete the entire game. Okay, that's the power he willed. Okay, but he didn't do that. He went for something that was much bigger than just attacking a server. Okay, he went for the economy of Roblox, which is actually a lot bigger than you think, because if you don't know, a lot of people trade on Roblox professionally, because there's a lot of items that are incredibly valuable, insanely valuable, and so that's why people can trade back and forth and they can make profit, and then you can cash out Robux and you can get real cash. So a lot of these people, I even know a couple that are professional traders and they literally make money by doing this in a day-to-day thing. So this was literally messing up people so much because he was going to attack the economy in one really hard way. He was taking some of the most valuable items and marking them down to 1 Robux and then was selling one of them. Okay, but he did this with tons of items. Okay, some items that would be valued at over 500,000 Robux, he was marking down to 1 Robux. Okay, that means that is huge. Okay, that means some people who had nothing could get some of the most valuable items in the entire game. He also did this with some one-of-a-kind items. That means items that were exclusive to some admins or exclusive to some people were now not exclusive, because now some other people have them and we actually don't know where they are. Okay, because we can't track necessarily where all these items went. I don't really know. I'd love to talk to a Roblox moderator about this, but supposedly you can't keep track of where these items went. And so this is really scary scary, especially for this next part that I'm about to tell you. So obviously you can tell by on my face, these are only things that can be made by Roblox, okay? They don't allow anyone else to make faces because they're supposed to be pretty rare. And you know, they release a lot of items, like a lot of faces that are really rare, and they try to make them really cool and everything. So that way you'll want to save up Robux and get them. But see mine right here is like a 20 Robux face, okay? It's not like that expensive at all, but there is some faces that I believe are upwards of like 10,000 Robux and like really, really expensive items. So, you know, this was like a big deal what he did next. He created his own face in Roblox, okay? It's like the little C face, okay? So if you hit C and then hit like semicolon, then that's the face that you would get. I'm gonna put up a photo on screen right now, actually, of what it looks like, because you can still find it on the catalog, okay? It's just you can't buy it. They turned it down almost immediately because the only thing is they did get back control of the website, okay? But in this time, 324 of these faces were sold, which technically means this is the rarest item in all of Roblox, okay? Because 324 items in total is nothing, okay? That is absolutely no items. And so that is all of them in the game. And like I said, you can't delete these items, okay? Because once they're out there, you just can't get rid of them because you'd have to find all the people they went to. You'd have to search their inventory. You'd have to delete all of them. And then you might get an uproar from the community saying, oh, you shouldn't have deleted those or whatever it may be. And we'll come back to that point in just a second. But after he did all of this, he massively messed up the economy because marking down really rare items to making them super cheap really changes everything, because that means a lot of people suddenly got insanely wealthy and some people just got incredibly poor, okay? So just in terms of all economy, that can't be happening, and that means someone is losing money and all total money is being lost too. And so even though this hack only lasted for a couple of hours, this had effects for months. Honestly, it could still be affecting the economy now. If some of those people still played today and had some of those items that they bought then, it could still be affecting the economy now, okay? That's how big of a hack this was. And that's why I feel like this is almost scarier than One Times, because even though One Times was such a powerful hacker and could shut down games, and he could have technically done a hack like this, he didn't. He did something a lot weaker than this. So this hack was definitely more intense than the other one we covered. And so what ended up happening is that they had to take down the entire Roblox website, okay? This is how infiltrated he was into the system. They had to take down the whole website, wipe the catalog, wipe his account, wipe so many things to get it back just to where it was, okay? I mean, like, what the heck? This is so scary to me because there's no theory here, okay? This is all proven. You can find this on the forums. You can find this on the Wikipedia. There's so much information about this, okay? Like, this is not even slightly fake. This is all real stuff. And so the part that I wanted to bring up is that in this hack, he created the rarest item in all of Roblox, okay? Because if you see anyone with that face, the little C semicolon face, that is the rarest item in all of Roblox. I believe that would easily sell for millions of Robux, okay? Because that is unbelievable in terms of how many players play and how many there are. There's only 300 and there's millions of players in Roblox. So just to put in perspective, I mean, that is an unbelievable small number, okay? Like, what the heck? So even though a terrifying hack did happen and a lot of people did lose some value, something cool did come out of it in the fact that they did create such an awesome, incredibly rare item that really nobody has. I've never seen anyone in game. And honestly, the odds of spotting someone in game is literally like 1 in 5 million. Like, there's literally the smallest odds of seeing that. So if you've seen one of those in game, please let me know. I would just be thrilled if anyone's actually seen them, because they technically do exist and they're out there somewhere. So it's just a matter of finding them, and that's kind of the hard part. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these conspiracy theories. I'm gonna just keep calling them conspiracy theories, but we're really just gonna be talking about Roblox history, some scary hacks, some scary mysteries, a lot of things that we don't really know about. So if you have anything you want me to cover, be sure to leave it down as a comment below. I would love to do this every day, honestly, because I'm so, like, I don't know, like, excited to be like looking through all of it, it because I didn't know any of this stuff, okay? Like a couple days ago, I barely knew that there was even like any theories, like any backstories to Roblox, okay? Like I'm learning about all of this with you guys. So that's why I want to be sharing all these stories as I'm learning with them. And hopefully you guys are enjoying them because they're just so interesting to me. Anyway, that is all for today's video. Drop a like down below if you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. See you later, guys.